You know, guys, before we get on to the next video, I was watching a video about, Venture Brothers and how failure plays a role in it. And I listened to a dude that truly understands what being a YouTuber is all about. You know? Basically, I can say it verbatim. I can tell you what he said verbatim. But basically, he gets that, you know, even though you might be failing as a YouTuber, as long as you're having fun, that's the point. See, YouTubers nowadays, they focus on too much. They focus on, hey, should I get paid? What if I do this video? Should I get paid? Me, I'm like, if you can get a sizable audience and people are watching you, you're probably gonna get paid, straight up. But for folks like me who try to get an audience and still to this day try their damnedest, I always get pushed over by someone with more editing skills and a lot more stuff. My editing is way subtle. Straight up. Jump cuts you can't even see and a whole bunch of other shit. But yeah. See, but to the point. Being a YouTuber, to me, because understand this or not, because of being a YouTuber, I really came into my own. I wasn't this back then. I wasn't the cuss happy motherfucker I am now. I get it. I feel weird saying motherfucker after everything we know about Chris. I don't know. It just feels weird saying motherfucker, and that's my go-to word. It's so weird. Like, motherfucker has lost its meaning to me, and that's just so weird. But not the point. Not the point. I keep diverting. Being a YouTuber to me is about having fun, about making something entertaining that you know only maybe a few people are gonna watch. For the people that do, they understand why you're so passionate about something. And I'm lucky that Sega Channel with the Sega Channel videos, I found a group of people that understand my enjoyment, my love of Sega Channel. Like, nostalgia will always play an important part on this channel. Like, what I've always said about nostalgia is that it's always like that little spice that makes anything you used to love just all that better as you grow older. You never stop loving. You never stop loving a game, a movie, or a franchise about a blue hedgehog. Even though how many people try to stop you and make you feel like maybe you shouldn't love this character because you have so many connotations. And some people leave and hate Sonic forever because something happened, or someone made like a series of commentary videos, and now you just feel like Sonic is just this thing you should never really look at anymore because you hate Sonic now because of that. I'm talking about Yoshi Wii 1. We gave that man a bad rap. I think Sonic 3 taught me a very important lesson. Rant, but understand the person that you're ranting about. It's not this monster. It's not this creature that you need to fucking just fight with your words because you feel like you're the only one that can. What Sonic 3 taught me was these people, even though she's a, let me just run down the list before we get into the heartfelt stuff. A narcissistic asshole who is in love with a fictional character that will never really truly show his love or attention or affection. But in a weird way, we all kind of share that love for a fictional character, but just we don't get too weird with it. I feel like Sonic 3 is the reason we shouldn't totally fucking go gaga for all for our favorite fictional characters we want to love on. You know what I mean? And people like Jared the motherfucking Fox taught me another thing. Literally, don't try to fight for something and then lose the reason why you're fighting in the first place. You know? And through this YouTube journey, I've made a lot of friends, a lot of enemies, a lot of stupid people thinking that they know me and know what I'm about and know what I actually care about and know what I'm doing. But let's be honest, folks. Other than my basic goal, other than my basic goal and the stuff I planned out, this channel never had a plan, for real. Not when it started. Because when it started, all I cared about is being famous. And then when that died, I decided to just entertain people. Because I found that entertaining people is what I'm good at. Also editing and, voice acting. I love that. And I'll never stop doing it. Heck, this voice? Okay, hold on. This voice? It totally scares my sister every time I use it. It's the most funniest thing in the world. Legit. I get so... whenever I freak out my sister with this, it brings a very... It brings a very genuine shit-eating grin on my face that I actually just did that. And I never stop loving doing voices. Because when I do voices, I don't know. I feel like myself. I feel like I'm creating something. And when I'm writing something, I love being immersed in the world that I've created and doing what I do. And also, I'm going to have to pause this because literally, when I try to do videos like this, I always have to deal with people in the background. It's the normal thing, the normal progression of how I do things. But be that as it may, right? This is my life as a YouTuber, and honestly, I love it. I may not be the most popular guy in the room. I may not be a Markiplier, a PewDiePie, or any of those drama channels because legit, I don't want to be them. Even when I used to cover drama stuff, it was tiring and boring and I did it before everybody was just doing it for the sake of fucking views. And I remember just when I used to do the Fan Brad Basher stuff full time, it was the most boring. It was just because my heart was never into it. And some of these people Prison Mate Luke, he actually gets the fact, because something that most of these drama channels and other people get, drama isn't like you. It isn't creative. It's not. Okay, let me pause this so whoever's talking in the background can be done and I can finish this. I love how when I'm trying to be heartfelt, everybody in the background's like, "No, Bugsy, you're recording and we must stop you." It's but you deal with it because you're a YouTuber and you do love your family, even though they drive you up the wall when you're trying to do something of this magnitude. Something simple, but yet, in a way, kind of complex. because you're actually getting out your emotions. But I will be back in a moment. I'm gonna keep going. You know, you're probably wondering, well, Bugsy, I mean, why did you want to make this video in the first place? To just make people understand and to get out my own feelings of being a creator for practically a decade. The person that you don't really see when his videos are out, but you look at those old videos of his and you look at my old videos and you go, this guy's an asshole. Or you just write me off as just this guy who ranted about this one thing and really feel like you're sticking it to me because, you know, those were videos over a year ago. And yeah, I do get a little angry about that because none of those really show who I am as a person. I keep those videos there because it really does show how I've grown over the years. And, you know, and how certain things I still talk about kind of still are the same. Regardless of how many years it's been. You know, I do want to still make this into a career. But I want to just say, for right now, I'm happy where I'm at. I get to make videos. I get to make you guys laugh. I get to thrill you guys with some stories half the time. If any of you like listen to them. Like Neil likes it. My friend Neil likes them. I'm just like, yay! I got one person other than my friend Nitwit that actually likes my stuff, and possibly Crimson. But Crimson respects my stuff and what I'm doing. And you know, the one thing I feel like is important about being a YouTuber, you should never try to focus on trying to be famous. Because if you do some good videos and market it well, people are gonna see it. People are gonna like it, see it, or hate it. But what you should be focusing on is doing something creative and enjoying yourself. Instead of just being like, oh, I gotta be popular. I need this. I need my 15 seconds of fame and adoration. That's why these motherfuckers be sitting around just trying to get clout. Because that's all they care about. Because it's not about the journey. It's about how fast they can get there, so they'll do any kind of stupid thing to get it. That's why those fucking little TikTok challenges and shit like that exist, so people can just boost themselves up. And, you know, boosting yourself up should come from within, you know? It should come from within. You should want to better yourself as a person, and that's how you boost yourself up. And you should want to do YouTube because you actually like doing it, not because you can get paid. That should be a little bit of a reason, but it shouldn't be your sole reason. That's why I'm so mad at these Sonic tubers who literally can do anything in the world, and I've seen various potential stuff that they've done that wasn't Sonic related, but they still ebb back to the old Sonic. They still ebb back to the Sonic formula because it's what gives them purpose. And you know, guys, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the filter. Give me a moment. I'm gonna turn on the filter. I got too many people just kind of going on while I'm doing this. Space sound effects 1 hour. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure, nothing in the background could be heard, so this is the best way for me to do it. Back to my point. . like I said, do YouTube because you want to do it and because it's what you want to do. Like I said, I don't like these Sonic fans because I don't like these Sonic tubers because I've seen some of them can do other things outside of Sonic, but no one barely sees them because they're always expected to be the Sonic guy. Some people try to fit me in that mold because I talk about Sonic, I talk about Archie Sonic pre-reboot stuff. And even like this one dude that's like, I love the post-reboot. You know, I just want you to talk about Amy and Sonic and Tails and Cream being a thing and Knuckles and Rouge being a thing. But it's like, bro, I just want to talk about the stuff I want to talk about. If you got a freaking YouTube account, make a video you talking about it. You know? I get that I'm the dude who don't like Ian Flynn or Kim Penders and I like to talk about Archie Sonic stuff. But I'm not the dude that's like, hey, how would you talk about Son Amy? Like, I will never talk about Son Amy unless it's like Boom Amy and Boom Sonic, because though that's the Son Amy thing that actually fucking works. But not the point. Getting off topic. I just feel like when you're like the one anime dude that does, you're the one like YouTube dude that does the one thing, you're just kind of stifling yourself. Because it's like, what do you want outside of that? Sure, making reviews is fun, and I'm making a whole bunch of reviews after we speak. I'm writing them as I'm talking to you. Because I love reviewing shit. And trust me, I have a cousin that will never understand why I review stuff the way I do. And that's okay. Some people don't need to get what you're doing all the way. They just need to understand it's what you're doing. You just gotta keep on doing what you love, regardless if people get you or not. You know? And even if you don't get popular, you don't get famous, and you're not up there with Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and so many others, it doesn't matter. You know, and here's another thing, Mac. Here's a few things Mac and Ernie taught me. That you don't have to be super popular if you just got that community. If that community has you, and granted, don't do anything to mess that up, they'll still have you and still come to see what you do. You'll still get a big turnout regardless of what you do. You know? And it really shows how much your actual fan base will actually care if something goes wrong with you. I feel a lot of people take for granted, YouTube and what you can do. I don't like the whole Ackman situation because it just shows YouTube's inability. I'm not talking about the other guy in the room. I'm talking about YouTube. YouTube helped me grow creatively and made me come into my own. I became the person I am now. The motherfucker that wears a fedora and don't give a damn about what anybody thinks. The guy that will literally sit there and tell you, yeah, I don't like Ian Flynn, Kim Penders, but if you like it, fuck, man, have fun. Even though there are some people with Kim Penders that are just feeding his ego, but we're not going to talk about that. Not yet, anyway. You know, but bottom line is I became the person that I am because of YouTube. Because of the shit I had to go through. The stuff with X Factor, the stuff with Jared the motherfucking Fox, and yes, I'll always say it like that. Try to change my mind. I'll always be that. I will always be that dude that will rant the 1 minute, but if you need me, if you need to talk to me, and you're actually being civil with me, I'll talk to you. Hell, we got something in common. Fuck, you probably, you come up the extra ladder into like, into friend. Like I said, getting back to the other stuff, nostalgia will always play a part in my channel because it really highlights, the best points when I was a kid to just stuff I love as an adult. I mean, I go to a Discord server where it's nothing but me and my friends in nostalgia, and it's the best thing in the world. And I thank my friends every day that we get to fucking do this every day, or just talk or play video games and just have fun. And yeah, we'll have difference of opinions, but we'll always like just chill, hang out. That's how it, that's what it should be sometimes. Just a bunch of people hanging out, whether that be on YouTube or Discord. But, but like I said, what really sucks about this situation is just YouTube's inability to do anything. When I remember when YouTube actually did care about creators. Not that flowery stuff that the, higher ups would tell you. No, they actually gave a shit. But, it happens when a company goes straight from being just a few people to a corporate entity, a kind of semi-corporate entity. The individual is less important, but when the self-image of the company, the self-image of the company or corporation is challenged, and they don't want to do anything, that's just bad business sense. It's like, I know YouTube could like take down any of my videos in any minute, but it's like, why do I still post? And the answer is because a part of me still remembers all the good times I had. What shaped me into the person I am today because I'm a YouTuber. The kind of person that will never chase after clout or do the trendiest thing. I didn't like Fortnite for a long time, but then I started playing it, but I always opted to never do a stream on it. Because I just want to play the thing and not be like, hey, it's Bugsy No Name, I'm shooting this motherfucker, boom, boom, boom. And I'm just like, I'm just doing what I do best, having fun. Like, that's my whole philosophy. Have responsibilities, but always remember to just cut loose sometimes. When it's like really fucking appropriate. When it's just like you, your friends, or you're just chilling out with yourself and you decide, hey, I'm gonna write something. I used to think a certain person understood that more than anybody else. But now I see that person who said he was gonna go away for a while is back, and he's just bitter. And it really sucks because he was a person that I truly respected. Warped by money and just trying to still keep the people that he still had. But now it's just this bitter shell of himself. I was thinking of doing a video. I tried to do a few videos, but they never came out as genuine. And what I can say to that person is that regardless if Rogue is gone or not, regardless of the fact that Rogue is gone, just coming back and just going, ha ha ha, Rogue is this and that. Dylan, this is just sad, and coming from you, this is just sad. Because the guy who used to be, the guy who you used to be, would have taken what Rogue said on the chin and still kept going. I don't know what happened to you. Maybe it was the money, maybe it was life. I don't know. But I really feel that literally you ain't the person you used to be. But it don't matter. Because a lot of YouTubers, they forget why they do this shit in the first place. To say something, to have a voice, to just talk about whatever came to their mind. Because back in the day, we were just people with cameras talking about our day, making jokes, singing, talking about the latest movie and how we think that it kind of sucks, or talking about our favorite show and how and why we think it rocks, and we still do that. But I feel for some people, they've forgotten what made being a YouTuber, in a sense, and for lack of a better word, magical. Because, and I'm not saying, no, YouTube was better when you didn't make money. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people let money go to their heads. Yes, it's important, but it shouldn't be the sole thing that drives you. Your creativity should be something that drives you. Or a desire, or if you're like a news channel, your desire for the actual truth should bring you to where you need to be. Not making stupid little puff pieces, or saying that this side is wrong because and not trying to make sense because you're trying to make the other side look bad. We all do YouTube for different reasons, and I know this is like a coherent ramble because I've lost track of what I was supposed to say like a bunch of times. And I'll always have people in the background kind of making me like freaking mess up because I didn't write this down, which I do regret. But what's important about being a YouTuber is just a simple fact of the matter. The simple fact of the matter is that's you enjoying it, broadcasting yourself, talking about what you love doing. And that should be enough. I've seen me and Crimson my friend Crimson had this friend who does nothing but do that. Chase clout, chase the trends. When YouTube should be about, yes, it should be about creativity. It should be about you discovering what makes you you. That's one of the reasons why I hated Gexup so much and still do to this day. Because, people say everybody uses the internet. It's not for your healing. It's not for my healing. Well, it was for mine. It made me figure out who I am. The person I am. What hill I am really willing to, what hill I'm really willing to die on, and what things I'm really willing to let go of. What is above my standards and what is below my standards. And basically, a little bit of my moral system thrown in there for good measure. And yeah, I may not make a lot of videos that that not a lot of people gel with, but they're videos that I made. Videos that I'll still keep making till I'm like freaking 90. I'll still be like, hey, you guys like that new Sonic game? Or I'll talk about, or video games or holograms, I'll talk about that. Because I'll still keep doing what I do. And that's what matters to me. Sure, it'd be nice if I had like a bunch of views and shit, but hey, I'd rather be me, stay the course, make the content I like making, rather than just do something that's trendy and it burns out and I'm just known as the one guy who did the one thing. You know, like I said, this, like my jam pack on my website. People just assume that they're gonna be famous, they're gonna be this, they're gonna be that, and they're gonna keep fighting for the algorithm, and it's like, and when they don't get that, they really see that their dream has crumbled. When really it didn't crumble. You just set yourself up too high. You expected for too much when you should just focus on what you do have rather than what you don't have. And some of these people be worrying about all the stuff that does happen on YouTube, and I'm like, look, man, people are gonna fight for YouTube and their freedom to do whatever they want. You should just focus on making your content and hoping to God that whatever bill or whatever thing that passes just doesn't pass, and you keep up the good fight and you make that content. But you have fun while doing it. You don't feel like you're forced to. YouTube should always be about enjoying yourself. Having fun with your audience and the people around you. And most importantly, broadcasting yourself. That should be the most important thing. And I know YouTube has forgotten that little simple fact. But it's a thing that they should learn again. That they should start caring about the individuals that make this site great, rather than the advertisers that line their pockets. There's a way to do both, but I don't think YouTube is ever really gonna go to that. Right now, they're going after anybody who talks about Ackman or this whole situation. Because either A, they're scared, or B, they don't want to admit that they fucked up. And it's sad to see YouTube become what it's become. To see it grow into this gigantic thing, encompassing everything to reviewers, gamers, musicians, people that vlog, people that do comedy sketches, people that do anything and everything under the sun within reason, to get slammed by YouTube's oppressive foot, to see people censor themselves and their vision for their videos be squandered because YouTube is so afraid to not let anybody be themselves because they were posting that they're for the kids, and they had to make us YouTubers who aren't for kids comply with COPA. YouTube always making left turns when they should be making right turns. But it is what it is. Will YouTube ever go back to the way things were? Probably not. Will I lament that a little bit? A little bit. But will that stop me creating stuff? Hell to the no. Because I'll keep making things. I'll keep moving forward. I will keep on pushing the boundaries of my creativity and still keep going and learning and growing and changing as I do. Because that's what I do it for. How about the rest of you? And let me just tell you, this channel is nothing but pure goddamn unbridled passion by a man that a man that is old but not too old. Yeah, don't call me old man. It's just don't do that. Don't do. But a guy who still believes in the good in people, who still believes in his favorite franchises, who still believes in a company who used to rival Mario, is feeling that, yeah, people may talk shit about Sonic. I feel like Sega's getting back what they used to have back in the day. They're getting back that momentum. And I hope they keep it going. Because I feel like it's the second age of Sega. But I also feel that it also is like the second age of this channel. Because back then, I didn't have a plan. But now, I do. And I want to see it through the end. I want to see it to the end. Wherever that road may lead me, I don't know. But what I do know, I'm going to have fun doing it. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Just wanted to talk about this video. Also, YouTube's about the journey and what you get out of it. Not how much money you can attain, but, doing trendy shit. Because trendy shit can only get you so far. You gotta put a little bit of your passion into it, or you're not gonna feel anything. You're not gonna feel accomplished that you did anything. And if you see it as another paycheck, that's what it's gonna be, just a job to you. When it should be, you should see it as a creative outlet that probably will give you a check. But hey, that's just one dude's opinion who's been on this platform since 2008, 2006. I think 2006. Hold up, let me go look at when I started this channel. I always forget the date. Give me a moment. I always forget the freaking date. Always. And you're really looking at this video like, what? Like, what was this all for? Just you spouting off how you feel? 2008. Actually, that's when I joined. But I was kind of around during the older days of YouTube. I just never made an account until 2008. In June on the 27th, which is my anniversary. 13th anniversary, actually. Which is gonna be awesome, by the way, because I have something planned for that. And maybe it's just the fact that I feel wistful. I just felt the need to talk about what YouTube means to me. And I'll tell you what it doesn't mean to me. For them to protect this person who literally just spouts out hate for the sake of it. Who literally tries to dox people because he feels that this is the right way of doing things. regardless of how you feel about the whole quantum TV situation, regardless if you think that phone doxing or whatever isn't doxing or whatever, you should care about what's going on, whether you think it's overblown or not, because the real fact of the matter is YouTube is trying to be silent about it. In the old days of YouTube, Quantum would have been kicked out like nobody's business. He would have been banned, and that would have been the end of it. But here we are now. As this dude wistfully talks about the good old days of YouTube, wondering about YouTube's future if it keeps going down the road that it's going down. But that's about it. Bugsy out. I shall see you guys in a minute, because I'm thinking of putting Sonic Momentum on the website. So I'll see you guys in a minute. I'll see you guys in like an hour or so. Peace.